From Nutley in East Sussex, Spirit of Scorpion.
Fought in Series 4, now back with an extra sting in the tail. His name is Sean.
Talk me through what you've got here. What's your weapon?
Well, our real weapon is our disc that spins at 7,000 RPM.
Right, 7,000 revs per minute for people who don't know, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what have you got on the front?
And on the front we've got some rams which have spikes on the top.
Bright, colourful, strong armour, destructive spinning disc and front rams, is invertible, but it's not too responsive when flipped.
From Tiverton in Devon, Robo Chicken.
Oh, Redbot, cry foul! Surely a poultry challenge from this?
See, I don't know if you've heard in the news, just, you know, the last few months about battery chickens not having to have such small cages. Well, this is what happens. Look. Oh, look at that beak. That's awful. Look at the madness that is Robo Chicken. Now, can you do serious damage with this thing?
Deadly serious. This is world domination you're looking at here. This is top of the food chain from now on.
Entering Robot Wars for the third time, never beyond the heats. Will they rule the roost with a pecking head and powerful flipper, or will this chook be plucked, stuffed and roasted?
From Horsham in West Sussex, Barbaric Response.
Now will the Barber family provide a close shave for one or two?
Tell me about your flipper.
It's powerful and we could make the chicken fly.
You can make the chicken fly. That's what we want to hear. And that's what we want to see.
Too true. Has a 10-bar body flipper and punch ram, lots of pushing power, 20 mile an hour speeds, quickest in the heat. But isn't that aerial too vulnerable?
From Belmont in Hereford, X-Terminator.
We've seen it before, but this time really watch out for the axe.
Apparently this is the X Factor that everyone's been looking for. This is what they're up against, Exterminator. What's it got?
Well, seriously powerful axe, scoop mechanism on the front, self-righting, no problem.
Yeah, now I'm going to talk to the technical member of the team. What's it got?
Well, as Marlon failed to mention there, this special axe is a dilithium coated tipped axe. Go through anything.
A four-wheel drive scuff steer robot, fast, powerful, experience from 3 previous series, but it doesn't like being flipped onto its lid, and it has been exterminated too easily before.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the control pods, there on the left, Robo Chicken, Captain Jason Snow, and on the right, Barbaric Response, Captain Zach Barber. Exterminator on the left, Marlon Pritchard, the team captain, Spirit of Scorpion, led by Jeff Smith. And in the arena for the house robots, the deadly Dead Metal, with the crushing claws, the serrated saw, and alongside Sir Killalot. Look at those great pincers and the deadly lance.
3, 2, 1.
Real blend here of experience and newcomers. There's Robo Chicken with the boggly eyes, getting straight into the thick of things. Spirit of Scorpion almost upended. Barbaric Response with the front ram there doing battle and pushed onto the arena side wall. Back in comes Robo Chicken. The pit release button there you see flashing has been released. So down goes the pit. They'll have to avoid that. Barbaric Response now, the meat in the chicken, so to speak. Frantic, feverish controls. Barbaric Response onto a side angle grind and needs to get away from there. We can see an axe flying down. We can see the red bot getting a little bit too close for comfort. There's the flipper on Robo Chicken. Seems to be doing better this time around. Robo Chicken has never really had any great success. Knocked out of the heats of Series 5 by Crustacean, I seem to remember. Barbaric Response, top of your picture with their Spirit of Scorpion in trouble into what we call a CPZ, the corner patrol zone. Go in there and your meat and drink for the house robots. Circular Lot trundling away. Dead Metal comes out of the CPZ, just getting away. Spirit of Scorpion. Very, very tight this. Should they all be mobile at the end of the allotted time, then the referee will call on the judges to make a decision on style control, damage and aggression. And I wonder now if these machines are playing for a judge's decision. Just a little bit tentative. We'll not see a great deal of aggressive work out there and certainly no damage. There's a new feature in this series of Robot Wars, the spinner on the floor of the arena. Did you see it there? You'll see it again. Plenty more features in the arena this time around. Dead Metal Stormer's coming into play on Robo Chicken, which somebody side and has lost an eye. Oh, what a gruesome sight. Oh. Well, it's certainly a battery chicken no longer there, it seems, because it seems to have run out of power. Or am I speaking too soon? We'll have to wait and see. There's the might of Exterminator, 100 kilos of push. Spirit of Scorpion, they're immobilized. Barbaric Response, you're trying to get some lift there under the serrated edge of the Spirit. Meanwhile, Robo Chicken is still alive and clucking. I'm not too sure. Exterminator has a little bit of a nudge. Was I a little bit too early in writing out Robo Chicken? Did I count my eggs before they were hatched? No! I've been told they are officially immobilized, and Barbaric Response in the pit! I think they'll be okay, though. I think they'll go through with Exterminator. It'll have to go to a judge's final word, but for me, Robo Chicken and Spirit of Scorpion will be the two to go out in this melee. Don't dump him in the pit. No. Can we get a message to Sekilot? I want more punishment for Robo Chicken. That's it. Drag him out. Now, we have a new feature in the 6th series of Robot Wars. It's called the Drop Zone. Place him there. X marks the spot. Well done, Sekilot. Obeying instructions. And the crowd will now count down. And that's what's going to happen! A washing machine! On your head, son! For magnificent. You can be sure that what comes out in the wash in Robot Wars will not be clean and tidy. Don't air your dirty laundry in Robot Wars, we'll get you. But I think Robo Chicken is still alive. Unbelievable.
Oh, contentious issue. The judges, and I assure you our judges are infinitely wise, have decided that Barbaric Response, although it was pushed into the pit, Robo Chicken and Spirit of Scorpion were immobilized first. So Exterminator and Barbaric Response go marching through.
To me. The lobster did it.
Scorpion.
I'm sorry, I always get that wrong, don't I? But you didn't quite do it, did you? It turned out. See, I thought you were clear winners there.
We thought we were, especially when the others were put down the pit. We all seemed to lose our drive systems at about the same time. But there we go. That's part of it, I suppose.
It is. It's terribly sad. Are you disappointed?
Yes, it was a very good battle and a tough one too.
Come on. Roasted, toasted, deep fried, whatever you like. This chicken was history, wasn't it?
It was.
It's kind of right from the word go as well. I'm just going to get in there with my damaged cam so you can see some of the mangulation that has occurred. And look in there. Oh, nice. Right in there. Who did that?
We don't really know, actually, but somebody did. We're one tough chicken, though. We'll be back next year. Definitely.
Yeah. Tough chicken doesn't go down very well, though.
No, you're right.
Go on. Well done. Thanks very much.
From Preston in Lancashire, Megahertz 2.
At last, Robo Wars enters the computer age.
Megahertz. Now, here, what's this about an automatic infrared weaponry system?
Well, what we've got on the side of the robot and on the front...
I'm going in.
Oh, you're going in.
Oh, we've got the keyboard. Very nice. And?
These photocells here
Yes.
detect a robot which comes within 6 inches of the side of it and automatically fires these axes.
These axes here, which you can't really see because they're padded up for now.
There we go.
Ooh.
Plenty of RAM from the 24-volt motors, loads of megabyte from the flipper axe and spikes, but monitor this lightweight armour closely and you'll see this computer bot could crash easily.
From Hopton in Lancashire, Cedric Slough.
Got a grudge, got a monkey on your back. This has.
Cedric Slammer. Show me what's going to happen to Cedric and how he'll react. Oh no! Yes. Okay, Cedric's not going to last very long, you see. What have you got on this robot that makes sure your robot lasts?
Well, we've got a self-routing mechanism if they do manage to flip us,
Okay.
so we can get back on our feet.
Yep.
And it's a quick robot and it should get out of the way before it gets any damage.
Newcomers to Robot Wars, heavy steel blades on a high-speed spinning vertical car wheel provide the slam. The welding looks suspect in places to me.
From Langley Moor in Durham and number 3 seed, Firestorm 4.
Only Razor beat this last time.
Number 3, here they are, the Firestorm team. How long did it take you to completely rebuild this robot?
It's taken the last 4 weeks.
4 weeks, and they've completely rebuilt it. I think that's a huge achievement. Who are you worried about? Who takes out the competition?
They all seem pretty good robots, but they do have the ground clearance.
Wedge shape with a pneumatic forward hinge flipper, two-wheel drive with a unique active differential, powerful, manoeuvrable, twice grand finalist, third in the last series of Robot Wars.
From Preston in Lancashire, Colossus.
Looks strong, and I'll tell you what, they're confident in the pits.
Okay, Firestorm, bad news.
Not too bad.
Cedric Slammer, bad news.
Oh, no.
And Megahertz, bad news?
No.
No?
Runs on an 11-inch go-kart wheels. The body panels are of titanium dural. The chassis made from 19mm square box section with a powerful pneumatic flipper at the front and diamond cutting disc at the back.
Roboteers, stand by.
On the left in the pod, Megahertz, Captain Dave Land. On the right, Firestorm, Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop. Ooh, they all look happy, don't they? For now. And on the left there's Cedric Slammer, Team Captain Jason Orty. And on the right, Colossus, Captain by Robert Kenyon. There's Sergeant Bash in the arena for the House Robots with the flamethrower. And once again, Sir Killalot, the deadly, the mighty, the awesome, the extremely, unworryingly ugly.
3, 2, 1.
So watch out for Firestorm 4 there. To your right of your picture, the little yellow wedge. It is 3 for this competition. Already we're seeing Cedric Slammer involved and almost turned turtle by Firestorm 4 and the flipper. And indeed, thrust up and over there, Cedric Slammer, a machine that uses a self-righting mechanism. We call them streamex in Robot Wars, if you're unaccustomed to that phrase. But at the moment, looks very sluggish. And were the wheels turning? If they're immobilized for more than 30 seconds, they are out. The judges will decide. And it seems to me that Firestorm 4 certainly has put paid to Cedric Slammer. Yeah, the weapon wheel, the vertical spinning heavy bladed wheel is turning, but the ref bot and the judges are looking. There's Preston Sharkey in the middle there. Looked a bit quizzical, didn't he? But the pit release button has been activated by Colossus. Oh, and now they're flipped up into the CPZ by Firestorm. Firestorm looking pretty impressive so far. Now they've got off the Megahertz. This is very good driving by Graham Bone. Very aggressive. And look at Colossus having released the pit button. Oh, and Sergeant Bash nearly into the pit. Then Colossus left themselves open for attack by Firestorm, and they've not recovered. The judges look on. I think they'll count Colossus out because they've been in the CPZ too long, having virtually driven themselves in there. I know they're twitching, but for me they're out. Oh, Megahertz meanwhile on the verge of the pit. Firestorm pushes them into what would normally be a bit of gloom, doom and despondency. I'm not too sure. I think Megahertz might be allowed to carry on. For me, this machine, Colossus and Cedric Slammer there, have already gone in this heat. What do I know? Certainly Craig's going to have to help me out here. And the judges are... Oh, that's all we need! Firestorm have now got it! Mayhem! Absolute mayhem!
Firestorm, what a robot. Flips over Colossus. Colossus counted out. Flips over Cedric Slammer. Cedric Slammer counted out. Then he puts Megahertz 2 in the pits. But since the other two are counted out, Megahertz 2 lives to fight another day. Firestorm and Megahertz 2 go through.
Damage cam zooms into a little bit of damage there. But otherwise, I can't see much really. There's not that much damage inflicted at all, no? No, come back round the other side. So come on then, how was it for you?
Hard, really hard, yeah.
It wasn't very good, was it?
No, just Firestorm just took it all really for us.
Really, really lived up to its name.
Oh, yeah.
Did it take everyone by surprise?
Good robot.
Hi! Shall I zoom in? Are you ready? There's the he survived. And there's the other monkey. He survived really well, didn't he, Cedric?
Well, Kill-A-Lot was spreading his stuff with it get around.
What's he done? What's Kill-A-Lot done?
He spreading his stuff around, so it made the wheels slipping.
He bent everything round in there, did he? Yeah. So you couldn't drive anymore?
Well, we could drive it. We could drive.
You could?
But Firestorm ended up getting into the pit.
I know, it was quite an incredible battle, wasn't it?
It was all right, yes.
Did Firestorm take you by surprise?
Yes. He's quite a wicked flipper on that.
I don't think any of us expected him to perform quite as well as that.
No, he's got a suit meeting off him though.
You got one little piece of Firestorm.
From Langley Moor in Durham and number 3 seed, Firestorm 4. From Horsham in West Sussex, Barbaric Response. Roboteers, stand by.
The Firestorm team, design engineer Graham Bone and design draftswoman Hazel Heslop. And Barbaric Response, Zach Damian and 6-year-old Bruce Barber. There in the arena is the Growler for the House Robots with that huge crushing jaw, and also Mr. Psycho. Together they weigh over 1,000 kilos. Don't go in the corner patrol zones. The House Robots will simply mush you. Firestorm just wheeling around Barbaric Response, which nudges the pit release button and gets in underneath Firestorm 4. It would be a huge surprise here if Barbaric Response were to win this battle. They are newcomers to Robot Wars. They lack experience. Those two have bags of that Firestorm 4. This is the 5th series they've fought in. Barbaric Response takes a little bit of a nudge and bounces down neatly, can get up to 20 miles an hour. By far the faster of these two robots, just the lighter. The red board gets in the way. Firestorm pushes the red board against the arena wall. You can see Growler there at the top of your picture. Red board did get far too close. And Firestorm 4 it was, thrust him over, and now is beginning really to work up a head of steam. It rocked in the Barbaric Response, which turns neatly away, gets almost there, stuck on an angle grinder, and Firestorm 4 is wedging underneath, backs away. There's Mr. Psycho with that hugely powerful hammer raised high. Barbaric Response is flipped. Can they use the front flipper to self right there? I'm not too sure they can. I think Barbaric Response are wedged. Zach Barber at the controls. Young Bruce watches on. Firestorm, meanwhile, centre of the arena, staying out of trouble. For me, that's the end of Barbaric Response. Mr. Psycho, you could just see the huge grabbing arm there, entering your picture. But I don't think there's any response from the Barbaric one. No, there isn't. Firestorm 4 through to the heat final. Oh, poor little Bruce.
So he couldn't count Barbaric Response out, but Barbaric Response were immobilised for about 30 seconds. The winner, Firestorm! How old are you, Bruce? 6. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Did you hope to do a little bit better?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think went wrong?
I don't know.
No, I'll ask him, shall I?
I don't know either.
What were your tactics? I mean, tell you what, first off, it's a new robot, first time on Robot Wars. To be drawn against the 3rd seed, it's a really unlucky draw.
Yeah, we knew we were going to struggle, but we gave it our best shot, so not too disappointed. We couldn't do much better.
Are you going to build it bigger and better and badder and come back for more?
Definitely, yeah. We've got some plans already, so...
Brilliant, this is what we like to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go mad. Barbaric Response. Unlucky, Bruce. Well, third seats. Yeah. That was fairly easy, wasn't it?
Not really.
No.
Well, we got them up against the side there, and I could have gone and had a bit more fun, but I wasn't that confident that we'd be able to immobilise them again.
Yeah.
So I had to leave them.
Why did you hold back at the end? I thought you were going to go woof, put it out the arena.
The way the flipper's hinged at the front, it's very difficult to get them out.
I tell you one thing though, you know, you flipped over Refbot, and you know our robots have very long memory chips, and he's probably talking to Growler and Mr. Psycho right now, and they might come and reap some revenge for that, you know.
Well, it's got to be done though, hasn't it, really?
It's got to be done, because it's Robot Wars, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the third seeds, Firestorm!
Megahertz now as good as new. Show me the before.
This is the before. Our starter kit.
That's after round 1. This is going into round 2. So remember what it looks like now, because you're up against the nasty Exterminator. And you have a grudge against computers, don't you?
Yeah, computers mess me around all my life. So we've made sure the axe is working especially well for this fight, because we're going to trash this little computer, get our own back.
How many goes have you got with that axe?
About 50 shots.
50 shots. Should be enough, I reckon.
There won't be much computer left.
From Belmont's inherited Exterminator. From Preston in Lancashire, Megahertz 2. Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the Exterminator boys in the pod. Marlon Pritchard will drive on the left, Simon Baldwin's at the weapons. And as for the Megahertz 2 team, Dave Lund is the driver, Tony Lund is at the control of the weapons, and Gordon Keeling supports. There in the arena once again is Mr. Psycho. And Growler. Fearsome.
3, 2, 1.
This for a place in the heat final, and Refbot this time stay out of the way. Exterminator straight in on the attack, 100 kilos up to 18 miles an hour, spinning to come again at Megahertz. Low ground clearance for Megahertz. You can see there the side sort of flanges that prevent Exterminator or other opponents getting in underneath, but they've still managed to shove Megahertz 2 into the flame pit. And part of Megahertz 2, the console already has been ripped away and flung across the arena floor. But you see Megahertz there getting the flipper in underneath Exterminator, and they're not too bothered about that superficial damage. Top of the picture, Mr. Psycho looks on. Into the CPC goes Megahertz, and in comes Growler. Very quick across the arena there. Very fast. He uses a skid steer system. Very manoeuvrable. And down crunches the Growler jaws. Hydraulically powered and crushing with a pressure of 4 tons on Megahertz 2. Megahertz 2 is now at the mercy of Growler. And thus far it has shown little signs of mercy. Exterminator then on top so far, trying to get the scoop in underneath Megahertz to tee it up for the pneumatic axe to come thrusting down. If Megahertz 2 has a hope here, I think they have to flip Exterminator. We know it doesn't like flipping its lid, Exterminator. And that's exactly what they're trying on the arena sidewall. Now can Megahertz 2 lift Exterminators 100 kilos up and out of the arena? I don't think so. What are they doing? Will Megahertz 2 try and take on Mr. Psycho? What with those little axes? You have got to be joking. The pit release button activated. Are they mad, Megahertz 2? But who's on top here? Exterminator, to me, has suddenly been bashed and smashed and hopes crushed. Or has it? It's backed away. Megahertz 2 has, we know, had that superficial damage. This is very close, you know, for the right to meet Firestorm 4 in the heat final. Now will Mr. Psycho's entrance be decisive? Bash! Oh, I think so. Down came that huge club, 30 kilos in weight, travelling at 60 miles an hour, and still Megahertz 2 survive. That's the power of these robots in this series. You want to design win one, you've got to come up with something to match this best of the very best. Mr. Psycho looks on. Down comes the grabbing arm. Poor old Megahertz too has done very little wrong.
What a battle! Metal mayhem, just what we like. Too close to call. We're going to have to go to the judges. We're looking at style, control, damage and aggression. While they make their minds up, let's review some hot robot action.
Hot, it was at boiling point. Exterminator came in underneath Megahertz and thrust it into the flame pit. Point scored for Exterminator for style, control and aggression. More damage caused to Megahertz there. Was it only superficial? Growler took control of Megahertz, losing points all the while, but then it came back into it to flip up Exterminator almost out of the arena. Point scored for Megahertz. Until the very end. Will that be the decisive action? The judges will have to decide.
And the judges have made their decision. You know the criteria. Damage control, style, aggression. They've gone for Exterminator! Guys, you had a head-to-head with both Mr. Psycho and Growler.
Two brand new robots, and we had to get them both at once.
And I tell you what, Mr. Psycho almost turned you into a pancake.
It's a very powerful hammer, that.
But you kept going, though.
Well, yes. Quite tough underneath, actually.
The sort of plastic screen at the top.
Oh, that's just cosmetic.
That's cosmetic.
Good job as well.
Disappointed?
Not really. We've got better than what we expected. We're only here for the fun and enjoyment, so hopefully we did better than what we expected. So.
Well, you actually inflicted a bit of damage on them as well, in a way, because their axe broke off and is in your body somewhere.
I think so, yeah.
We pinched it, really. We pinched it.
Well, you have to give them it back later on, all right?
Oh, no, we won't.
Okay, then. Well, just guess what, then? I'll give them it back. All right. There's your axe, mate. That came off and was in the body of their robot.
Yeah. They did very good, you know. We thought it'd be a tough fight. You know, we knew that before we went in there. And it was. It looked good.
What was your tactic? I mean, how did you approach it?
Well, we didn't really have one.
You didn't really have one?
In all honesty.
You were just sitting home?
It was, yeah. No, it was just, you know, there's a few house robots out there trying to avoid, obviously.
Of course.
For obvious reasons.
What do you think of the new ones, Mr. Psycho?
Isn't he? Mean. Dog is fast.
And his faithful hound, Growler.
Oh, yeah, dog from hell.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Exterminator!
It's going to be classic Robot Wars, the Chopper versus the Flipper, Firestorm versus Exterminator. Who will win?
Daft question. We will.
It's not a daft question, because sometimes I ask people and they always say the other robot.
Nah, it'll be close.
Can you beat Firestorm?
I'd say out of all the seeded robots, it's probably the worst one we would want to fight. Good for eyes.
Are you worried about them? Is it a good draw or bad draw?
I haven't seen the axe working, so we should be alright. We've been up against Dominator before. We're a lot thicker now than we were.
But they can presumably self-right.
So they say.
Doesn't always work like that, does it?
Not always, no.
Get them up against the grinder or the growler. That's what we like to see.
Thanks, Philippa. Now, the general feeling out here is that this fight really could go either way. But there's one man who knows better than anybody. And Philip has joined JP for the SP.
So, Exterminator against Firestorm, the number 3 seeds, and flipping ferocious say aye. Philip has joined us from the pits. Now, we know Exterminator's had a bit of a problem, hasn't it, with the axe earlier on. Do they all help each other out down there in the pits?
They're really nice. It's part of the problem when you're trying to do a programme where you're pitting one robot team against another robot team. And then they go, oh, but we really like him. They live not far from us. We get together at school fetes and swap parts. You go, well, actually, can't you be a bit more aggressive than that?
And what about the Firestorm people? Because they've appeared very cool. How hungry are they for this?
Well, Hazel's very quiet, doesn't ever say much, but is very, very nice, but she never wants to be on telly. It's quite funny. And then Graham is very cool. You very rarely see even a bead of sweat, you know, even in the most difficult fights. He's a fantastic driver, Firestorm this year could go all the way, I think, because it's just zipping around like nobody's business. But they're seeded 3 now. They need really to be 3rd again, if not 1st.
You going to go for Firestorm in this?
I don't know that it will get all the way, but I think it stands a really good chance.
I'm going to go for Firestorm.
2 robots. Only one can go through. This is Robogeddon. This is the Heat Final.
Roboteers, stand by.
Hazel, you're on the telly. Everyone's watching. There with Graham and the Firestorm machine. And Exterminator, Marlon Pritchard, Simon Baldwin there at the controls. Marlon looks very confident, pumping up the crowd. In the arena for the house robots. Shunt with the bulldozer blade, and the frightening axe, and Matilda with the flywheel and those formidable tusks. Terrifying. Ooh.
3.
Winner of this goes through to the series semi-finals. Firestorm been there before, finished 3rd in the last series, twice a grand finalist. All a little bit edgy. Pit release button activated early by Exterminator. Perhaps they feel they have to get in an early thrust or 2. The longer it goes, so Firestorm would be favoured. Firestorm trying to get the flipper in underneath. Exterminator having the problems with the axe, making it work, making it powerful and penetrating. They've relied on the bulldozer scoop at the front of their essentially wedge-shaped machine as well. It's a bulkier wedge. Exterminator and Firestorm both weighing in at 100 kilos. Firestorm in underneath. Goodness me, that was close. And Simon Baldwin knew it. Now, Exterminator is tumbled and rumbled. And look at this, the power and pace of the attack by Firestorm in underneath. Great timing of the flipper. Exterminator rolled to the arena side wall. Well, he looks so cool, doesn't he, Graham Bowman? That was masterful driving, because without the axe working, I don't think Exterminator can self-right. The red bot can't remove them from the side wall because they're not impaled accidentally there. They were driven on by an opponent. They've got 30 seconds to self-right, otherwise they're out. And Firestorm will be through. Oh, Firestorm, get away from Shunt. That wasn't too clever, Graham, but oh, was it? Look at that, they're taking on Shunt. Up comes the flipper of Firestorm. A hydraulic flipper. Not only are they trying to beat Exterminator, they're trying to thrust Shunt out of the arena, I think, and that's no mean feat. Shunt overturned. The crowd love it when the house robots are flipped and tipped and beaten and bullied, and we remember it. And we'll have our day. We will have our day. Firestorm, the house robots team. Well, we presume Exterminator are going to be counted out any second now, because that's what you can see on the ref bot. And Shunt is trying to gain some measure of revenge, but Firestorm for the 3rd seed, massively impressive. Exterminator counted out. Firestorm 4 through to the series semi-finals. Well done.
What a battle! Exterminator! Exterminated! Firestorm through to the series semi-finals! Oh, lads. I know you're wearing sunglasses because you don't want people to see grown men crying on television, aren't you? It all went wrong from the start, really.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? We knew we had to keep him in front of us, because as soon as he got onto the side, we were over and out of it. And that's what our plan was, open the pit and just try and get him in the pit as soon as possible. But and then we got stuck down the bottom end here and couldn't self-right.
You guys were so cocky and confident. I kind of started believing that you could pull this off.
Yeah, we talk it up well. Didn't work though.
Well, I'm trying to fool ourselves we can win.
They are the 3rd seeds.
Yeah, very good.
They were in the final and 5th was. What a fine robot.
The one seed we didn't want to meet, actually. We'd have a go at the rest, but not a good one to take on.
Look at the draw, really, isn't it? You'll be back, won't you?
Back next year.
Bigger, better, even more learned. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it! Exterminator! You've got a death wish too, haven't you?
Well, you've got to have a go, haven't you?
Well, I mean, I don't mind you ripping Exterminator apart, but then you don't have a go at Shunt.
Well, he was either going to attacking was Zach, so knocked him back off the side, and I didn't want either end, so...
You were quite happy that he was out of the game. But your rubber seems to go forever. I mean, it easily goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a good robot, yeah.
All right then, let's see if you go all the way. All the eyes are on you. Ladies and gentlemen, the third seed, Firestorm! Well, it's off to the garage and the electrical stores to try and repair the damage from Robot Wars. Bye-bye.